नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवी गौरवाणी चारणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारणे विश्वगुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की. It's a miracle that all of us, the devotees here, including all of you, are able to be on Hare Krishna Hill today. Three days back, if the verdict had gone against us, you can imagine none of us would be, we would all be thrown out of this temple. Such was the major decision. And that too a decision from the highest court in India, Supreme Court of India. And 10 days back I had requested all of you to offer prayers to Narasimhadeva. My request to you to offer prayers to Narasimhadeva was not asking you to specifically pray that we should win the Supreme Court case. If you note that, all of you prayed. No, I did not say that. Because ultimately, the will of the Lord has to prevail. One cannot be too sure about one's judgment by his intelligence, limited intelligence. With sincerity, we all are fully convinced that Srila Prabhupada had instructed through July 9th direction that he will be the spiritual master, everybody will be the disciples of His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada, even after 1977. That conviction, we did not give up. From whatever we have documents, we were always saying, please, we're telling the GBC. In 1999, I went before the international GBC. Satik Prabhu was there, Adridharan Prabhu was there. And they gave us time. We presented that as far as today the evidence is concerned, there is no order superseding July 9th order of Srila Prabhupada 1977, which gives the kind of initiation system that should happen in ISKCON. There is no order superseding that. As far as we know, if you have anything you can produce. Maybe we don't know. You produce. Till then, let us follow this system. And we only said that, let's follow the system. Till then, stop initiation in ISKCON. Let's have debate, let's have discussions. And if anybody wants to produce any new documents which we do not know, that Prabhupada wrote to somebody or this or that or something which is missing, or if some missing tapes were discovered, some recorded tapes were all missing very prominently in those dates for 1 or 2 months, Prabhupada's recorded tapes have vanished. So in case it comes up, we want to know. So we cannot be 100% sure of anything. Suppose something comes up. So with the open mind we presented to the GBC that please let us discuss and debate. Let us look for any new materials, proof. Meantime, we request that when we are not sure, let us not continue with this Diksha. Especially when you have already admitted that you have erred in making the zonal Acharya system, which created havoc in Prabhupada's institution, which the GBC admitted that. that it was a wrong thing for them to have done that. And very soon, after 1977-78, in 2-3 years, it became well known that Prabhupada never appointed them as zonal acharyas. The only appointment that was there was as Ritvik acharyas, officiating acharyas. That is the only thing that was appointed. Otherwise, Prabhupada did not appoint. So, in this spirit of we not claiming to know everything, we prayed to Narasimhadev. If it is your will that we are on the right path, then you may allow us to continue this system. You may allow us to serve Srila Prabhupada with this conviction. And we knew that if it was the judgment were to go against us, we would all be, anybody who maintains that Prabhupada is the Guru, this is a system of initiation, they would say you cannot be in ISKCON. So if the property was declared to be Bombay's, we'd all be out by now. So it is not, when I visualize that, I'm feeling it's like two extremes. Today the judgment is in our favor and we are here. Prabhupada has confirmed you are on the right path, and Prabhupada has shown to the Prabhupada, Narasimhadev, our deities have shown to the world that if anybody wants to follow Srila Prabhupada's direction and want to become a disciple of Prabhupada directly, then today we have got ISKCON Bangalore and its 52 other temples where they can come and take shelter of the Ritvik system of initiation. Hundreds and thousands of stalwart devotees who serve Srila Prabhupada very sincerely. They all had no place in ISKCON after 1977 if they took up this issue. So till 1977, whoever took up this issue, they were all expelled from ISKCON. And they were individuals, they could not withstand. ISKCON was practically empty out of very senior disciples. And then ISKCON got filled up with the new disciples of these zonal acharyas. So the same thing was when after that GBC meeting where we presented this, the next day the GBC passed a resolution expelling me, Chanchalapati, Satvik, Adridharan Prabhu, etc. out of ISKCON, expelling us. So that is when we took shelter of the laws of the land and we got the stay. They could not come inside. Whereas in Calcutta, they rushed, hundreds of devotees from Mayapur went in, threw out all the devotees and took over the temple. Satvik Prabhu was there. Mahajan Prabhu was there. Some of them beaten up. And Calcutta temple was, because it was not separately registered. Bangalore being separately registered society, that was the strength, as Chanchalapati reminded. Prabhupada is watching over. Just like sometimes cat and mouse is left to go around and then suddenly it bounces. In the same way, Prabhupada is in control of this Krishna consciousness movement. He is in control. He is very compassionate. Those who are deviant also, he is very compassionate. Okay? Chalo. Because they are also, irrespective of whatever it is very rare in this world to have Vaishnavas. We have to spread the holy name of the Lord. That is the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And therefore, we all have to be very careful about understanding that this is not a dispute necessarily between some karmis. This is a dispute in which the conviction of the two groups of Vaishnavas are different. We have to be on this. This is a very momentous spiritual occasion where our stand to accept Srila Prabhupada's Ritik system of initiation as per its directive has been vindicated. As I said, the GBC's weapon to expel devotees who propound this Ritik system of initiation failed when that was applied on ISKCON Bangalore devotees. "25 years of struggle, the struggle began in 1999. And it is only Prabhupada's mercy. It is only the mercy of these deities that gave us the strength to fight this war. We ourselves, independently, are simply powerless. We have no power to do anything. It is Lord's decision. And therefore we are standing here. I am powerless before Maya. You are powerless before Maya. All of us are powerless before Maya. In fact, in the social media, there are some comments that because of material power of Madhu Pandit, they won. Vaishnava's power is never material. Vaishnava's power is Krishna's power. They are offending Krishna's power. In our heart, we always know that we are powerless. We are zero. It's only by the power of the holy name. Power is from the holy name. Power is from Krishna's decision to glorify Srila Prabhupada. The power is in determination to follow Srila Prabhupada's direction. So, today we are standing here on the side of victory. And the cause is not your cause or my cause. The cause is transcendental cause of Srila Prabhupada. If Prabhupada has given this July 9 directive where himself as the sole Acharya for in his institution, it is made out of a vision for next 10,000 years. We cannot speculate. All that we can say about ourselves is that we feel most humbled to be in the right place for Srila Prabhupada to use us as his monkey soldiers. So, this 25 years of war included not only court battle, 25 years of their attack, mudslinging to weaken the leadership of ISKCON Bangalore, and it is only again to repeat and repeat and repeat. Srila Prabhupada's strength that he gave us kept us in our struggle for truth. And on this through this victory, Srila Prabhupada is proclaiming to the world, he is blessing us that please continue, grow and grow and grow, expand, 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 expand the mission, his mission, and fulfill all his ambitions for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, for his spiritual master, for the Guru Parampara. Now that we stand on the side of the victory, victory in what? In protecting ourselves from being displaced from ISKCON. It is time to pause and celebrate in humility, not in pride. To celebrate the joy of remembering the numerous direct interventions of Lord Krishna all through the 25 years of struggle for truth, including the intervention of Krishna in the process of struggle to strike peace through mediation, through several attempts with the GBC and ISKCON Mumbai. In 2011, when the case went before the Supreme Court judges told both the lawyers, why don't you mediate, try to settle between them, and gave an order like that. If you try to settle and then out of court, otherwise you come back. It took 1 year, supervised by one retired Supreme Court Justice, Ravindran. Both parties met several times in Bangalore, and they said, you have to give the Bangalore property. I said, we are ready to give. We are not after property. In writing, we'll give. Take away Bangalore property. Though it is allotted to Bangalore Society, it's all right. Bangalore Society Governing Council, all of you get in. We need not even be there. But one condition, in this temple, there shall be only Ritvik system of initiation. Prabhupada will be the only Acharya. So then they got stuck before the chairman of the mediation committee. So he said, what is their offering? Court case is closed, over, no? He didn't understand how deep they are with not to allow the Ritvik. So they said no. So the next meeting they said, how to come out of this mediation process? Next they said, no, you have to give up all your new centers that you have developed to ISKCON Bombay. So in the next meeting, again he said, okay, take all centers. And in those, if you calculate all the properties put together, was 10 times that of Bangalore's property worth. Take it. Take it. Again they got stuck. So Justice Ravindran thought, oh, this is going to settle. They are very reasonable. ISKCON Bangalore is very reasonable. Property to the idea. What is the Supreme Court property issue? No. Take it. Then they went back. Then they came with a new demand. They thought, this will irk Madhu Pandit. They said, one more demand. Madhu Pandit and Chanchalapati Das should not be in ISKCON Bangalore after settlement. I said, no problem. As long as you give in writing before the Supreme Court that in ISKCON Bangalore and all other ISKCON Hare Krishna movement temples, only Prabhupada will be the only Acharya, as there is no bigger victory for us. Property is not an issue for us. We are fighting to implement Srila Prabhupada's direction. We consider that as a constitution of ISKCON, the first basic constitution of ISKCON. Constitution cannot change. So, they got stuck. Then they sent that proposal to the GBC, international GBC. So then there is no other alternative but international GBC had to respond to us. So they gave a combined written response. International GBC as well as the ISKCON Bureau, they gave a combined response to the leaders of ISKCON Bangalore. And that, what did it say? I have not brought it. But it is a long letter. They accepted that the Diksha Guru system in ISKCON is flawed with misunderstanding and overemphasis of Diksha. All these things were already explained. Yeah. So, conclusion of that, because time is not there, conclusion of that offer is, our response is, you all become, some of your senior devotees, ISKCON Bangalore, you become gurus. We are saying that, we are opposing the disobedience of Prabhupada, and they are offering you become gurus. So they thought that that is what Madhu Pandit and all are waiting for. Then they will settle. So we gave back a written response to them. That is very unfortunate that you don't understand what we are fighting for. And then that very same thing you are trying to offer us, that deviation that is in ISKCON, which you accept that there is a lot of problems with the initiation system. You accept that. In your reply, you are accepting that. And here we have a solution, a clean solution. Follow July 9 letter, all the so-called problems in Diksha system in ISKCON will be solved in one shot. You are trying to solve a problem which cannot be solved except by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, his vision. Before 1977, before Prabhupada gave particular instruction for everything in this movement, Prabhupada never said anywhere one statement, after I go, all of you, there will be Guru Puja for all of you. Where he did not say. There will be Vyasa Puja, not a whisper. Where did it come from? And Prabhupada had the foresight, fortunately, because Krishna was directing him. He introduced his deity and worship of his deity in all temple halls. Because of that, still Prabhupada is there in that ISKCON. They cannot change that. They cannot change that. So, this is a moment, not just a confirmation of our conviction. It is a test of now how we, all of us, carry this success by carrying ourselves with grace and humility and only purpose to serve His Divine Grace and His mission as per His final orders. The sole owner of the ISKCON ship is Srila Prabhupada and only Srila Prabhupada. Including all the souls who take shelter of ISKCON, past, present and future also. Irrespective of the fact that some of them may have different ideas, that whom they initiate belongs to them. As spiritual leaders for common folk, we must now lead in a very spiritual manner, mature manner, We all know in the Vaishnava philosophy, Vaishnava offense is debilitating, disempowers. Krishna's power does not come if there is Vaishnava offense. Let us not attack personally the Vaishnavas, but not hesitate to speak the truth and defend with spiritual dignity when attacked. We did not fight this war to create factions. We stood for Siddhanta, for Guru Nishtha, for clarity in the confused times of ISKCON after the physical departure of Srila Prabhupada. Now the dust has settled. Let us ensure that what arises from it is not the spirit of rivalry, but the spirit of spiritual competition to serve Srila Prabhupada with the fragrance of mutual cooperation and love as brothers and sisters of the same Father, Srila Prabhupada. If we do not temper our conviction with compassion, we risk winning the war but losing the soul of our mission. We should always remember that Srila Prabhupada and Krishna is pleased with those who act with spiritual dignity as Vaishnavas. We must remember our true business to spread the glories of Harinam Prabhu, who has incarnated in our midst through the parampara by Srila Prabhupada to freely distribute love of God. Our enemy is Maya haunting the Vaishnavas, even among ourselves, rather than the Vaishnavas themselves. The whole world is hungry for Krishna consciousness, and the Vaishnavas who work for that are also rare. Love is never conveyed through hate, mockery, or exclusion. These two forces, love and hate, cannot coexist. When outsiders or newcomers observe our dealings within ourselves, among ourselves, what will they see? If we have been absorbed in struggle for so long, perhaps we have unwittingly forgotten how striking and attractive genuine affection, humility, and inclusivity can be. This is a moment of collective reminder. Each of you have made deep, irreplaceable contributions to Srila Prabhupada's mission. But we must now consider how our words, tone, and mood affect not just each other, but the next generation of devotees. If any bitterness has crept in among the broader community, we must be honest. Our conviction, in the midst of our conviction, we should not lose sight of our composure. On this Vijayotsava day that we are celebrating, I would like to make an offering to the GBC and ISKCON Mumbai. Because ultimately Prabhupada said, your love for me is shown by how you cooperate among yourself. Our foundation of our relationship with Srila Prabhupada is the foundation for relationship with other disciples, mentors, peers. We respect everybody's services who are rendering service with sincerity to spread this movement. We simply present what we believe to be the most authentic, complete connection to a Mahabhagavata, and we do so joyfully, patiently, without judgment. With this verdict that we can practice Srila Prabhupada's system of initiation without fear of being ousted from ISKCON, we have nothing left to prove that Srila Prabhupada is fully, mercifully glancing upon us. We no longer need any other external validation. Now the time has come to lead not from the wounds of the past battles, from the strength of spiritual maturity. Let our example speak, let our heart shine, let us be known more not for what we oppose, but for what we embody. A movement of uncompromising Siddhanta delivered with unwavering compassion. So, coming to the offer to the international GBC, in spite of winning not only the property battle for ISKCON Bangalore, but also winning to function in ISKCON name all over India, in spite of GBC having rejected our earlier offer for peace, we once again give an open invitation to ISKCON Bombay and the GBC for the next 30 days that we are ready to discuss the terms of how we can bring all our temples under your GBC. But with one and only non-negotiable condition that GBC allows only the rhythmic system of initiation as per July 9. And that too, we are not telling you change your system. The temples that we have, we are giving it to you, and there you don't interfere. There, this will be the system. In our temples that we hand over. I know many are watching this online. So therefore I am giving this offer to them, peace offer. However, it is our last attempt to be to the GBC. Please have an all-inclusive ISKCON. Srila Prabhupada's movement is the only hope for bringing peace and happiness in this world. Let all our energy go towards expanding the movement and not for any internal squabbles. Finally, what happens with this peace offer? With great hope we are offering. After winning we are offering. With simply, there is no need for any more evidence that it is a property dispute. It is not a property dispute. Take it. Even now you take it. 25 years of struggle in the court to establish this property is ISKCON Bangalore societies. Still, you all enter into ISKCON Bangalore society and you run the society, it is ISKCON. With same terms of that, me and Chanchalapati will do some, no management service, some pujari service will do. No problem. Because we are attached to the deities. That too, if you accept the rhythmic system, we are ready to sacrifice anything, but we will humbly request you, please keep us as pujaris. So whether what happens is a will of the Supreme Lord. Just like we said the court. Ultimately, everybody has to accept the final will of Krishna. He is watching. It is not humans who do these things. We are all Vaishnavas. All big decisions are taken by the Supreme Lord himself, Srila Prabhupada himself, by the entire Guru Parampara themselves. No accidents can happen. So, irrespective of what response we get from GBC, their GBC. Yesterday, our ISKCON group of temple GBC met together and passed this resolution to offer them all this same peace. Let us discuss the terms, and if they are ready to declare that rhythmic system will be implemented in these 52 centers of Hare Krishna movement. So, irrespective of their response, one thing is certain now, with this victory in the Supreme Court, that Srila Prabhupada's ISKCON Hare Krishna movement is unstoppable. It will grow and grow and grow and fulfill all Srila Prabhupada's desires. We will all give our life till the last breath. We will try to fulfill Srila Prabhupada's ambition to spread Krishna consciousness every town and village. Srila Prabhupada ki, Vishwa Guru Srila Prabhupada ki. Once again, please just think about how much gratitude we should be having to the Lord towards the deities here and Srila Prabhupada and Nama Prabhu, where every Ekadashi we do here 108 rounds Japa Yajna. So all their mercy, if it was not there, the consequences would have been, we wouldn't be sitting here today. Thank you. Hare Krishna.